this is difficult. I mean, dealing with this is difficult.
Getting rid of this has been insane.
Yeah.
We've had, what, 20?
More than 20 people.
More than 20.
Just come and say, oh, I don't have money.
Yeah, I don't have money.
And it's too big.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, we wanted the biggest one we could get because I know it's going to be easier to work with, but it's not that big. I don't think any smaller and you'd be able to work comfortably in it. A lot of people, I mean, I know at other coffee shops they put the icebox outside. That gives you a bit more space, but do they need help? Yeah.
I think so.
Do you need it? Well, the first problem is it got this far out and then won't go any further. Pretty sure that when it was delivered, they had to use the crane all the way in, but it was a long time ago. It was 9 months ago, and I don't remember. But it's not coming out, even with all three of us. We're not able to get it up. It's a lot heavier than it looks. At least if you're trying to deadlift it.
Oh, it's going so high up. I know.
Ears don't close. Okay, after a bit of a false start, the man who owns the crane seems to have worked out how to use it. Huh? It's almost over, darling.
I just feel a little bit sad to see it go.
Well, I mean, we've never made any real money out of it. All it's ever done is paid for the sister-in-law to survive.
Yeah, but if we don't have it, we pay.
Yeah, it would have saved us a lot of money if we had.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's taught us a lot. We've learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm sorry to see the back of it, to be honest.
I feel a little bit sad of something that we used to have and then it's gone.
Yeah, it's sad to see anything go. These days, I'm not even that sad when I see a motorbike go, if I'm honest. So, I'm finally back to work. I teach 11 and 12, grade 11 and 12 high school. We had the exams a couple of weeks ago, so this week they gave them a break, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we go back on the 1st of the month, 1st of February, which is today. So we've had a couple of days where we've done nothing. Now where I've got 11 and 12, 12 are only 2 classes a week instead of 4, which means I've got double of them. So the marking was quite bad. I have more packs than usual, 16 packs of marking. So we've just done that, and now we're back to school properly. So it's been nice to have the break from deadlines and schedules. Not really, because I've had to do this, but I'm actually looking forward to getting back into class and doing some proper teaching. I'm not teaching this week. All I'm going to do is a review of the exams. The scores were not quite what I would have liked, but I was expecting that. We've gone over to a digital classroom and it doesn't really work. It's just, the kids are too distracted. Try and imagine having a load of teenagers and telling them that they've got to come to school and learn, but they're allowed to bring their favourite toys with them. It doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense to do this unless you're literally trying to undermine education. However, the exams, although they didn't always make sense, the exam itself was quite bad. I'll go into that in another video, but it was, the scores were okay. So I'm back to school now. I'm going to do an analysis of the exam, show them where they went wrong, where they went right, and just ease into it gradually, because when the kids have had a load of exams and then days off, they are not focused. So it's just going to be an easy day for them. We're going to try and ease them back into the idea of being at school, and we'll teach properly next week. Although next week we've got Chinese New Year, so I'm only teaching for 3 lessons instead of 4. We do 4 a week. So hard work. Well, it never ends. We've been running now for what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
I think
And
so.
we've still got a bit of tweaking to do to get things sorted out.
Yeah.
What we're noticing is that customers don't seem to realise that this is a shop.
Yeah,
So,
and some they think that we don't open.
yeah. I mean, we're quite dark inside, relatively, so we're trying to brighten things up. We're going to get some signage for out here as well, and we're putting a table here so that people can see it from the road and see that it's a shop. I don't expect anyone to actually use it. It's just there so that people realise we're a shop. And I want to cover this up because this is our crap. So we're going to use the old stuff that we used to use over the other side. I was going to take this out for dinner tonight, but she's threatened to pay for it, and that happens so rarely that I'm jumping on it.
Oh my God.
She's such a tight ass.
I pay for the food every day.
Lies. I pay most of the rent, and I get all the treats and stuff for the kids. But no, we have a very fair division. I pay a little more for the rent, but she pays for the bills and the food. But I only eat eggs. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't cost much. So we've got Rob living upstairs, and his girlfriend, Srainak, she's 4 months pregnant? About halfway anyway. So they're going to be having a baby soon. Now you'd think that in a country like Cambodia, with a reputation like Cambodia's got as being it's not even a third world, it's a less developed country, and you would think you would have serious problems, but you really don't. When James was coming along, Seth out in Japan, we compared our scans, and I was getting better quality scans here than he was getting in Japan. We had a problem with her. We had lots of problems with Abby, but we had problems with the birth, and we ended up having an emergency C-section after a 17-hour labour, which was quite scary. But it was by the numbers. I was with her in the surgery for the most part. They did the prep before I got there, and I had to leave her to go and check on the baby because she went straight into an incubator just in case there was any infection, and there was no problem. But the surgery was extremely good. There was a consultant in there, a team of surgeons. Everything was absolutely fine. The quality of the service we got was amazing. The room we stayed in was like a hotel. The nurses were coming in every 3 hours, was it?
Yeah.
Every 2 to 3 hours. Everything was checked, triple checked. And that cost us how much? 1,700?
850.
850.
No,
1850.
1850.
Yeah, 1850. And I know that sounds like a lot. That was a lot of money. But you compare that to what that would have cost in England or America.
No, sorry, 1950.
1950. You know, I mean, we happy to pay that for that kind of service. And it probably would have been cheaper, but we had to pay for the emergency C-section as well. I would think $1,000 you could do it. So yeah, I don't know what Rob's going to do. I know we were talking the other night, and he was saying about saving some money up. But I don't know where he's going to go or what he's going to use. But having a baby out here is not scary. Everything is a lot cheaper. It's a lot easier. The supplies. I know there's problems in China. They literally go to Australia and buy up the milk powder because I presume fake milk powder or low quality milk powder. I know there's a lot of fake stuff in China, but here everything's fine. We used. We couldn't use Similac, which is coconut based. We ended up having to use Danalac, which was goat milk based, because she had an allergy to it. She was a very colicky baby. This thing's been no end of trouble.
She could not poop at all.
Yeah.
It's like 10, 12 days cannot poop.
But no, it's cheap here. It's very. I mean, how much did this cost? Her clothes.
5,000 real.
5,000 real. That's $1.25 for her clothes. So. You know, we give them away. We've got other neighbours who have had babies. We've got someone over there, a friend of ours over there, They've just had a little girl, also called Abby. Bit weird. But so we give a lot of stuff to them. But everything's really, really cheap, and it's really good quality too. Medical stuff here it's sometimes very good. We actually get dental tourism. I've heard that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, they used to come here for their dental work because it was better quality and cheaper. Glasses cost next to nothing, and again, it's all, your eyes are scanned with lasers. It's all easy. So yeah, stuff like that's very, very good, very cheap. Having a baby is quite doable here. It's not scary. Schooling, I mean, you have to pay for. There's no government school, not really. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. So Rob's in a good place for it if he can make a decision, sort himself out.
Wow.
Wow.